obviously the technical foul was kind of ill-timed. Did you feel like you had a lot of momentum there and that gave Purdue an opening maybe?
It was early, so I don't know. We knew either way they were going to make a run at some point, Maybe did, maybe didn't. But I thought we were able to, still keep our poise and climb back in the game. I think with the last 4 minutes to go, still in a 2-possession game. So there's going to be runs, whether it was that or whether it was them making another run to get back into the game. Or something was going to happen. We were going to come in here and blow them out. But I thought our guys did a good job sticking with the game plan and staying composed and giving ourselves a chance to win.
Ben over here. Your team's been in almost every game all season long. I mean, I think the biggest deficit is 12 points all season long. How tough is this Minnesota team? And by looking at it tonight, you guys look like you belong in the NCAA tournament later on.
I wish we would have had a vote in that.
I don't, but
we'll find a way. No, I mean, I think I got a fun group. We're growing with each and every game. I mean, every experience for us in a lot of ways is new. Half my team has never played here, and gone against the number 2 team in the country. And so I think our mentality took a step from the Iowa game, which was what we needed to see. But there's one more step that we got to take, and I think if we take that one more step, hopefully it produces a win. But we're growing. We're getting battle tested, which is good for us. To your point, I think we're able to compete with anybody in this league, especially when we play our way. I'm just proud of kind of what we're doing on both sides of the ball, but defensively, there's just one more step that we've got to take to really be one of those top half teams in our league consistently. And I think games like this help our guys realize, all the details that it takes to win, especially on the road.
But Ben, how do you get to that point from where you're at then?
I think you got to go through it sometimes. You got to have experiences like this. You got to face a team that's as tough and as physical. You got to play in an environment like this to toughen you up a little bit, because our team has shown that we've learned from wins and losses, and so now you can stack this up. We're going to go on the road and some other tough environments. So hopefully you can lean on this, and you can lean on this experience to help you in one of those next road games coming up. And I think again, it's no fun to go through it, but when you got guys that haven't, you got to go through it. And I think as long as you learn from it and get better, that's what we're looking to do.
Ben, can you talk about Dawson? Obviously, coming back from the missing the second half versus Iowa, he battled, and then trying to face Ross-Ade with multiple big guys out there.
Yeah, no, obviously, Zach's unlike any other cover, and it's tough because obviously they run so much good stuff to take away your help, and it's kind of pick your poison at some point. And the way we were guarding, I liked it in the ball screen, but we knew we were going to leave ourselves open, on the backside. And Mason did a good job, and they ran some stuff to kind of clear out the help. We were a little bit late on some of our rotations out of there, but they're a good team, and so much, in my opinion, it is pick your poison, and you do have to hope sometimes that they miss because they're going to get some good looks. But I thought our guys battled. Thankfully we were able to have some depth this year to be able to have multiple bigs guard them when you're going to get in foul trouble. I thought at times our double team was good. But you got to give those guys credit. They're a good team, and they're number 2 for a reason.
And Dawson, I mean, how close was he to not playing? And then obviously he had his best game.
Yeah, he was close. I mean, he didn't do much leading up to the game. My concern was, he wants to play so bad, but I wanted to make sure that, he was obviously able to go and wouldn't re-injure anything. And when we got the clear and he wanted to do it, I thought he, gutted it out and had a really good game. And obviously he's a big piece of what we do, and so it was unfortunate that he left the game, versus Iowa. But you can see his production and just his defensive presence means so much for our team. So it's good to get him back and back in the rotation and back in the mix.
Ben, here in the middle, you spoke about this a little bit, but when you're growing, there's growing pains. And a game like this has growing pains in the worst sense, but also the best sense. And obviously you wiped out the first half deficit and came back and almost wiped out the second half deficit. What's been the characteristic within your guys that has kind of made the pain you know, to be able to learn from the pain and apply the right lessons going forward?
I think our guys are you know, we got a room full of fighters. We got a room full of guys that have a belief in what they're doing and a belief in themselves. They know we're really, really close, and I think their confidence hasn't wavered, which is a good thing. And they know how tough this league is. And so, you know, you never want to go through it, but when you can pull a lot of positives out from different experiences, whether you win or lose, I think you can stack those, especially for a team that's still trying to figure out like how to win and what, everything that it takes to win. You know, we just got to have a big memory bank and keep stacking, okay, experiences on top of experiences, good and bad. We got to learn from it and grow from it. And they run the coaching, which has been fun. I mean, they're going to take this loss hard. You know, they already were in the locker room, and that's a good sign. And you know, now we got to be able to rebound and go home for 2 and have a really good week. You know, I told them, I said, you know, you find a way to play like this at home and only have a game of 5 turnovers and still have 19 assists, still shoot it well from 3 and take good threes, get to the line, and we're making free throws now. You know, I think we're going to have an exciting second half or back end of the season and continue to put ourselves in position towards the Big Ten tournament.
1 or 2 more for Coach.
I think overall in the Big Ten, you're shooting 32% from 3, but these last 2 games, you've hit 12. Is this something that you kind of saw coming with this team?
Yeah, I think we're a good shooting team. You know, again, it's us taking the right shots, I think really helps in slowing down. And, you know, now guys are really having a feel for just Big Ten and Big Ten defenses and the type of shots that are winning shots in this league and things you can do to help your team. And back with shot selection, I think that's huge. And when you have guys that are good shooters, if they take good shots, obviously the odds of going in are higher. And so we just had to kind of learn that lesson. And now that I think we've been patient and we've grown in our early offense and in our half-court offense, and we understand what a good shot for us looks like, I think now that's why you're seeing them go in a little bit more, and we've built confidence with that.
Ben, can you just speak to the player Cam Christie's become for you and how hard he is to guard when he just can go get his own shot?
Yeah, no, Cam, you know, I'm biased, but I would argue a kid that's had a better freshman year in this league and even across the country, just with as much as we're playing him, and defensively he's taken a huge step. I think he's got a crazy high ceiling, and for a guy that you know, just turned 18, he's one of the youngest players in the country. Like he's the 7th youngest player in the country. You know, the amount of growth that he still has is phenomenal. And he wants it. I think that's the thing. You know, when I recruited him, you know, that was the biggest thing, is that he's a guy that wants the moment. He wants the ball. He wants the big stage. He wants to guard the other team's best player. He wants to take the shot. You know, obviously, the better players you have, the better coach you are. And we're continuing to develop him and the rest of our guys, and again, see how we can finish this season out.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.